So you're thinking about making that move to Nashville, Tennessee, and you want to know what some of the best areas to live are? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you some of the best areas that you can choose to live in the Nashville area, and I'm getting after it right now. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Greg Spackman. I'm with the Living in Nashville, Tennessee channel. If you are looking to make that move here to the Nashville area, you want to know everything about what it's like to live here, eat here, sleep here, play here, then click the subscribe button and the bell to be notified every time I do new videos. Lately, I've been getting a ton of people that are calling me, texting me, emailing me that want to know more about moving to Nashville, and I absolutely love it. So if that's you, please reach out to me. Give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, and we could get talking about moving you here to Nashville. So coming in at number 5 on the list is Mount Juliet, Tennessee. And Mount Juliet is an awesome place to call home. They have some great home prices and all of that, and I'm going to touch on that right now. So let's show you where Mount Juliet is. So Mount Juliet is highlighted here in red. It is just east of Nashville. And as you can kind of see if I zoom out a little bit, so to the west is Nashville, and then kind of southish is Murfreesboro, which is your next biggest town. Then over this way would be Franklin. And to give you an idea of how far some of these locations are, you're looking about 10 to 15 minutes to the airport. Let's show you where that's at. So the airport is right here in blue, and Mount Juliet is over here to the red. So you would just take Interstate 40 over to the airport. Great drive, not very far, 10, 15 minutes, like I said. Then you have downtown Nashville. You just head on Interstate 40 as well. It's about 20 minutes, and with traffic, you can add 5 to 10 minutes, a little bit more if there were an accident. But for the most part, you're looking at about a 20-minute drive into downtown Nashville, which is amazing. If you're going to be going down to Murfreesboro, then you're looking at about a 45-minute drive. Depending upon where you are in Mount Juliet, if you're in the southeast part of Mount Juliet, then it's going to be a little bit closer than that. If you're in the northmost part of Mount Juliet, it can be further than that, but somewhere around a 45-minute drive. If you're looking to drive to Franklin from Mount Juliet, which is where a lot of the shopping is going to be and some restaurants, you would just take Interstate 40 down to Interstate 65 down to Franklin. And that's going to take you about 45 minutes to an hour drive. Just depends on traffic. Sometimes it can take you 30 minutes if there's none, and you could just do 80 on the freeway. But that's totally up to you. Next thing I want to share with you about Mount Juliet is the home prices. So the median sales price right now is right around the $515,000 mark. So you're going to be able to find a nice home in the $450 to $550 range. Probably going to be into the sixes if you want something really, really nice, or a brand new construction. There is a lot of new construction homes or homes that were built in the last couple of years. So you can get a great home that's only a couple years old right in that price point. Currently, there's around 343 homes on the market. Some are active, some are pending right now, but that gives you an idea of how many homes are out there. And next, let's jump into the rankings of Mount Juliet, and these are going to be provided by niche.com. I should also mention Mount Juliet is in Wilson County, so it is the number 1 best place to live in Wilson County. They give it an overall rating of A- according to niche.com. Once again, they give it B+ for public schools. I've heard the public schools are really, really good there. We have never lived in Wilson County, so I can't share much about that personally. B+ for housing, A- good for families. That I've heard it's really, really good. I've had clients that have moved to Mount Juliet where I've helped them purchase a home there. They absolutely love it. A for jobs, B- cost of living, B+ for outdoor activities. Outdoor activities are great. You got the lakes right there. Crime and safety, B-, C+ nightlife. There really isn't much nightlife in Mount Juliet. You're going to be going into Nashville, and since you're 15, 20 minutes from Nashville, I think that should get a higher rating for nightlife. That's just me. B+ diversity, B- weather. Weather is going to be the same in pretty much every city you choose. Certain ones are going to have potential for more tornadoes than others, so maybe that would factor into it. B+ for health and fitness, and a B- for commute. So commute's pretty good, I think. Mount Juliet has somewhere around 40,000 people that live there. Their median home price way off Best suburb to live in Tennessee, they're ranked number 16 of 103. Best place to raise a family in Tennessee, ranked 21 of 232. Best suburb to raise a family in Tennessee, 21 of 103. And then here's their crime and safety stats that you can take a look at. Recommend checking out if crime and safety is an important factor for you in moving, then do your due diligence and look online for that as well. And so after every single city, I'm going to give you my take on it. And so my take on Mount Juliet is it's a great place to pick. That's why it's on the list of top cities. There really isn't much to complain about it other than it doesn't have as much shopping as, say, Franklin has. I think they do have the Providence area, and it's like they put all the shopping in one area, but there's a ton of shopping there, some restaurants and everything that's really, really nice as well. Coming in at number 4 on the list is Murfreesboro, Tennessee. So Murfreesboro is one of the bigger cities. It's the second biggest one other than Nashville in the Middle Tennessee area. So that's super cool. They have a really cool place that you got to eat. They're called Carmen's Taqueria if you're into fish tacos. They are amazing, and I would love to be able to make them at home. But anytime I'm in Murfreesboro, I will definitely get food there at Carmen's. They have a number of other good places to eat there. So if you have some, you could comment below just so that others would be able to see that. Let's jump into where Murfreesboro is now. All right, so Murfreesboro is highlighted here in red. You can see it's southeast of Nashville. You would take Interstate 24 directly. It's one of the worst drives into Nashville that you're going to have of any freeway, I think, around the Middle Tennessee area just to get to Nashville. So know that if you are living in Murfreesboro and you commute to Nashville, you're going to have a decent drive into Nashville every day with lots of traffic. You're looking about 30 to 40 minutes to the airport, so that's really nice. Downtown Nashville says it's 35 to 45 minutes. Most people, or most times I'm driving, say it's just around an hour drive, usually with traffic. This is times without traffic. To get from Murfreesboro to Franklin, you would take Interstate 840, just over to Interstate 65, then go north. There is another way you could take this road here, which is Murfreesboro Road, but I like the interstate better, even if it was a little bit longer. Interstate 840 is a nice interstate. You can easily do the speed limit most times of day, if not all times of day. Just it depends. But that's a great place to go. You're going to go to Franklin often, living in Murfreesboro as well. Murfreesboro does have every sort of shopping, restaurants that you want. So you won't necessarily need to go to Franklin for very much or to Nashville. But for certain things, you're going to need to go to those. Median sales price in Murfreesboro, $420,000. This is going to be the least expensive area out of these best places to live in Middle Tennessee. So know that. For sale, there's somewhere around 877 homes. So that's a lot more homes, but it's a lot bigger city. And you're going to be able to find a mix of new construction and all of that there. Same thing. A lot of homes were built during COVID and on up. So you're going to have lots of homes that are a couple years old at most that you can choose from. And then they definitely have older homes than that. Murfreesboro is the #1 best place to live in Rutherford County. They give it an A- ranking overall, A- for public schools. Public schools I've heard are pretty good in Murfreesboro. Most of the schools are good. So if that's important to you, you need to do a little more research on the schooling. And that's something that we definitely help you with if you're looking for that and it's important to you so that we make sure your home is zoned for the right schooling. B- for housing, A- good for families. Had a number of people move to Murfreesboro that have families. They absolutely love living there. So that's good. A- jobs. Murfreesboro is a large city, so you're going to be able to get a number of different types of jobs, pretty much from your fast food all the way up to corporate jobs. So that's a good place. B- cost of living. A- outdoor activities. Once again, you're pretty close to the lake. C- crime and safety. C, crime and safety. A- nightlife. A, diversity. Murfreesboro is going to be one of our most diverse cities in the Nashville area. So if that's important to you, B- weather. Once again, weather is going to be roughly the same in all the cities other than, like I mentioned, tornadoes. B, health and fitness, and B for commute. So your commute around Murfreesboro is gotten a little bit better as they've managed some of the roads, but Since it's a big city, you're going to have typical city traffic driving around, and there really is no interstate that you're going to be using in Murfreesboro. Most likely, you're going to be using side streets. I mentioned it was a large city. They say 148,000 people. They have median home price, once again, way off. Some more rankings. Best city to raise a family in America, number 51 of 228. Cities with the best public schools in America, number 53 of 228. And best cities to live in America, number 67 of 228. So Murfreesboro ranks really high according to all cities across the U.S. Here's your crime and safety stats. When they gave it a C, you can kind of get an idea of what's going on there. Once again, if crime and safety is important, I recommend that you check that out in more detail on some better websites that go over crime and safety. All right, so that wraps up the rankings. And Great Schools has some really good school rankings as well, so that's a good site to check. My take on Murfreesboro, I would definitely live in Murfreesboro. It's a great city. There's lots of different home options, and the pricing is less expensive than most other areas, and they have pretty good schools as well. Coming in at number 3 on my list today is Spring Hill, Tennessee. So let's take a look at where Spring Hill is located now. All right, Spring Hill is here highlighted in red. You can see that Columbia is kind of southwestish, more like south is the way that it feels when you drive down there. Then you have Franklin to the north here, and then even north more is Nashville. You're about 35 to 45 minutes typically to get to the airport, and Spring Hill is a great place to live. We lived in Spring Hill, so it's awesome. The distance to downtown Nashville, you're looking 35, 40-ish minutes. Can be more with traffic, of course. Distance out to Murfreesboro, you're looking at 40 to 50 minutes. To get into Franklin, which you're going to be going often for shopping in some of the restaurants that Spring Hill's lacking, of 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, somewhere in that range. Median sales price in Spring Hill, $470,000. You're really going to be dependent. So one unique thing about Spring Hill is it's split into 2 counties. So it has Murray County and Williamson County. So you're going to have, when I mentioned median sales price $470,000, that's taking into account all of Spring Hill, both counties. It is much more expensive to live in Williamson County over Murray County. And there's a difference in the schooling and all of that. And we can definitely talk about that when you reach out to me and call me. But there are currently 357 homes for sale in Spring Hill. So that's good. There's a lot of different options, and there's a lot of new construction that goes on. Most of it is in the Murray County side for new construction. They did build a ton over COVID in the Williamson County side, and they're still building some, but they're running out of land on the Williamson County side. Spring Hill is the number 8 best place to raise a family in the Nashville area. So that's out of all cities around Nashville, it's number 8. They give it an A- overall, B+ for public schools. Once again, that's going to be because of the mix between Murray and Williamson County. B+ for housing, A- good for families. We love living there. I have 5 kids. Awesome place to raise a family. A- for jobs, B- cost of living, B+ outdoor activities, C+ crime and safety, B- nightlife. There really is no nightlife in Spring Hill, so I don't know what they're talking about. You got a few different bars and pubs, but nothing. You're going to be going up to Franklin or Nashville for that. B for diversity, B- weather, B+ for health and fitness, and then C for commute. So commute sucks in Spring Hill. That's one of my big pet peeves is the traffic is awful in Spring Hill. Outside of the normal traffic area, outside of the normal times of traffic, like 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., it's great to get around. You can drive everywhere, except on the weekends when everyone wants to come down and drive through Spring Hill for whatever reason. They mentioned 48,000 people. Look at their median home value. Not even close again. Other rankings. Best place to raise a family in Tennessee, number 23 of 232. Best suburb for young professionals, number 23 of 103. I have helped singles move here and that are young professionals, couples and stuff, and they absolutely love living in Spring Hill. Best suburb to raise a family, number 23 of 103. Here's your crime and safety stats. So pretty much everything is below, well, everything is below the national average. So I don't even know why they give it a C plus, but they do. My take on Spring Hill, I've lived in Spring Hill, so I absolutely love living there. It's a great city to call home. Really is no downside to Spring Hill other than your, 25 minutes up to Franklin, and then you got your distance up to Nashville. So if you'd fly a lot on airplanes and you wanted to be closer, then Spring Hill would be out. Otherwise, it's a great city to choose. Coming in at number 2 on my best place to live in the Nashville area is Brentwood, Tennessee. So Brentwood is an amazing city. It is our most expensive city to pick from of any city, and that's why it's coming in at number 2. Otherwise, if it was a little more affordable, I would put it as number 1. So if your budget is in the $1 million to $5 million range, Brentwood is where we'd be looking for a home for you. So let's show you where it's at now. All right, so here's Brentwood highlighted here in red. It's just south of Nashville. It's one of the closest cities to Nashville. Franklin is just to the south. And then Murfreesboro is out here to the east. Those are going to be your main areas that you're going to. You're looking at 15 minutes-ish to get to the airport so that they can get to the airport rather quickly. Downtown Nashville, roughly 15 minutes as well. So if you work in downtown Nashville, Brentwood is a great place to call home. Murfreesboro, about 35, 45 minutes, something like that to get out to Murfreesboro. It's not great to get out there based on the way you have to go. Typically, I would take Old Hickory over to 24 and then go down 24, but you could go the other way and go I-65 to 840 and around, and I think it's 5 or 10 minutes longer-ish to go that way, depending upon how fast you drive. Franklin, 10 to 20 minutes, depending upon where you choose to live in Brentwood, but that's close. Your median sold price currently in Brentwood is $1.2 million. Once again, you're really going to be in the $1.5 to $4 million range to get something really nice there. There's a lot of large homes in Brentwood that are for sale and just that were built. So know that when we're looking, but there are a ton of different subdivisions. Each one has some good things and bad things about them. And we could touch on that. They also have something called the Governor's Club there, which is a private exclusive multi-million-dollar golf course community type of thing that you can choose to live in, which is awesome. And, if you're looking for that golf course living with the whole country club life, then the Governor's Club is a great place to call home. There are currently 325 homes for sale. And one thing I should mention about Brentwood, when you're looking at homes, if you're looking online at home prices and home locations, is Brentwood is also Davidson County and Williamson County. So you're going to find the cheaper homes are going to be in Davidson County. Your property taxes are going to be higher and the schools won't be as rated as high when you look that up. So just know that if you see like a cheap $1.2 million home, it's most likely going to be in Davidson County. Otherwise, you're going to be in Williamson County. So we definitely need to talk about that so that we put you on the right search so you're looking at the right homes when you're looking in Brentwood. Now let's look at the rankings. Brentwood is the number 1 best suburb to live in Tennessee. That's the entire state. Number 1 best suburb. I'll repeat that again. It gives it an A+ ranking. You're not going to get a higher rated city than Brentwood. A+ for public schools. The schools are the best. Numerous clients all want their children to go to Ravenwood High School or Brentwood High School. Both of them are in Brentwood as well. B+ for housing. A+ good for families. A+ for jobs, B- cost of living, A- outdoor activities, B- crime and safety, B+ for nightlife. Nightlife, you're close to Nashville, which is awesome. Uber ride, Lyft ride into Nashville if you want to go do that. It's not very expensive from Brentwood. B- diversity, B- weather, A, health and fitness, and B- commute. Commute more like an A- since you're so close to Nashville. About 45,000 people roughly live in Brentwood. Their median home value, once again, is way off. Brentwood ranking, more rankings for Brentwood. Best suburb to live in Tennessee, number 1. Best place to live in Tennessee, number 2. And best place to raise a family in Tennessee, number 2. Here's your crime and safety stats. Once again, if crime and safety is important to you, please look that up online. I highly recommend that you do that. My take on Brentwood. Would I live in Brentwood? Absolutely. We almost moved to Brentwood when we first relocated to Tennessee, but we chose Franklin. We were happy with that choice as well. So you can't go wrong picking Brentwood as a home, and we would love to help you find a place in Brentwood. And that leads us into number 1 on the list, which is Franklin, Tennessee. And Franklin, Tennessee is where we chose when we relocated to Tennessee. And so let's show you where that is right now. So Franklin, Tennessee is highlighted right here in red, just north of Spring Hill and Thompson Station, and then just south of Nashville and Brentwood. And then, out east is Murfreesboro. So you are looking at roughly 25 minutes to get to the airport. You're about 25 minutes to get to downtown Nashville. You're about 40 minutes out to Murfreesboro. Awesome location. It's where my Keller Williams is located currently, and it is in Franklin because of the location. I can get to every city pretty much within 45 minutes, so it's awesome as far as helping people like you relocate here when you want to pick any different city. Franklin's kind of centrally located. Franklin, Tennessee is also located in Williamson County. The whole city is in Williamson County, so that's awesome. The median sold price right now is about $828,000. You're looking at over $1 million if you want any sort of new construction in Franklin. Homes for sale, 584 homes are currently for sale, so there's a number of options. It used to be that homes would sell within seconds, so right now is a great time to make that purchase. And make sure you stick around for my last topic after I finish Franklin. Rankings according to niche.com. Franklin is the number 4 best suburb to live in Tennessee. I give it an A+ ranking. A+ just like Brentwood. A+ for public schools. Some of the best public schools in the entire state are located in Franklin and Brentwood. B for housing. A+ good for families. A for jobs. C+ cost of living. A- outdoor activities. B- crime and safety. A- nightlife. They finally got nightlife right because Franklin has a decent nightlife, and then you're not very far up to Nashville. A- diversity. B- weather. A, health and fitness, and B for commute. About 81,000-ish people live in Franklin. That number will keep rising as they keep building more and more homes. Once again, they got the median home value way off. Other rankings, best suburb for young professional in Tennessee, it's ranked number 2. Best place with the best public schools, number 3. Suburb with the best public schools in Tennessee, number 3. And here's your crime and safety stats. My take on Franklin, once again, I relocated my family and I to Franklin. We absolutely love Franklin. So if Franklin is an option for you and it fits your budget, I would definitely look into Franklin as being one of the cities that we target when you're relocating here. There's nothing wrong with Franklin. It has absolutely everything that you need other than they shut down the ice rink, which sucks because then I had to drive further. But they used to have a cool ice rink in Franklin, and that closed. Other than that, great restaurants, lots of places to eat there. If you're looking for food in the Franklin area or coming into town, definitely ask me for some of my favorite choices. Happy to share that with you. So the last thing that I wanted to touch on is interest rates. So interest rates right now are right around 7.5%. They fluctuate up and down week by week. We were just below 7 a little bit ago. So what I feel is going to happen, don't know this for sure, but my gut says interest rates are going to drop. And then we're going to have all these people that were looking for homes that are going to jump into the market. So if you can afford the house payment, with the 7.5% interest rate, now is the time to make that move, jump on stuff. We haven't hit our home selling time of year. Typically it runs April, May, and June are our busiest months. And then July sometimes ticks up. And then the next busiest month for me of the year is December. And December is a weird month where you wouldn't think it would be super busy to make that move. But people are relocating in December to start the new year. People want to, start the new year off in a new home and everything else. So December is a great time to purchase as well. So if you are thinking about making that move here to the Middle Tennessee area, please reach out to me and my team. We would love to hear from you. We'd love to help you make that move here. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We've got your back if you're making that move here. So until next time, I'm out.